Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here. Welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. Alright, if you guys are not aware, about 2 days ago, they released a teaser for Vera upcoming, talking about all the cool features that are coming in Vera. But alongside with that, we also get an announcement date. If you guys watch the entire teaser till the end, you will see they said coming soon in fall, end of fall. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky because if you look at the this image that I found, fall or autumn is usually around November, right? So some people have been speculating end of November, early December, that's when we are going to get Vera. Now, I'm personally very excited, but a couple of key things that we need to take note of is the character, notably one character called LIN, or LIN, in the CN server. So this particular character, she is known as the meta. She's like a must pull for a lot of CN players by far. A lot of people have been recommending you to save for her. So today, hopefully, we can dive deep into her and give you guys like a sort of brief introduction to what she can do overall and why she's so good in the CN meta as well. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first let's talk about her abilities so that you guys get a better idea. This is her main key selling point. She's probably one of the best DPS characters out until now, even in CN. She has a very unique element called aberration. Now this is something that's very cool, unique to her only currently, which is probably her biggest selling point. Now notice she has very two distinct features compared to a lot of other characters. She doesn't excel in just one area, either shatter or charge. She has actually very good values in both shatter and charge at 11.5 points. Now, a lot of people have been saying, okay, perhaps LIN is going to get rebalanced in global. Maybe they're going to really reduce this value. I don't think so. So far, they haven't actually made a change to the shatter or charge value overall for a character. So I do think that this value is going to remain the same. Now, there's a chance that they could nerf her this way by reducing these two values, but I highly doubt so. Now, let's talk about aberration and her weapon effects and what makes her so good and synergizes with almost every other element out there. So, aberration is when the weapon is fully charged, the next attack will leave a mark on the enemy that explodes after 5 seconds. Now, this also in turns give you an explosion, as you can see. Alright, deals 25% of the damage dealt during the mark period up to 560% of attack. So only one mark can exist at a time. Doesn't sound that broken, right? But we'll jump into more of the aberration in her main skill later on. So weapon mastery is also pretty cool. So activates weapon mastery when used with other weapons, and night blooms will randomly appear around the target, explode within 1 to 3 seconds, dealing AoE damage of 60%. Now this is where the combination of the weapon mastery and the aberration, this is going to lead to LIN being able to synergize with all the other elements, which is not mentioned right here. That's where we gotta have a look at her skill, which is a particular skill called Moon Knight Realm. You can see there's a lot of text right here, a very long description. Now this Moon Knight Realm apparently lasts for 15 seconds. Now in this particular realm, when you activate the skill, she gains 10% damage bonus, and you can double jump multiple times, gain 20% increased jumping ability, and reduce stamina consumption by 50%. Alright, very cool. It's going to help you a lot if you need to dodge or do anything crazy that requires a lot of stamina. Also helps out Meryl users to be able to spin more, I guess. And the cooldown is going to be 30 seconds. Now this is where her synergy comes in. Why she fits so well and so good with a lot of other elements is because when you pair her with any of the other two elements, right, she's going to be able to transform the Moonlight Realm into that specific element. So let's scroll down and have a look at this. When paired with two flame weapons, Moonlight Realm transform into a flame Moonlight Realm. So inside this realm, any burn effects applied will have the duration extended by 4 seconds, increase flame damage to shielded targets by 15%. This is very cool. Alright, this is going to boost your damage by a lot. Alright, especially if you plan to run Flame Resonance once Cobalt B comes in the future. Now, when you pair it with two Volt weapons, Moonlight Realm transform into Thunder Moonlight Realm and increase Volt damage by 30%. That's going to make your Nemesis, your Samir, your Crow, whoever that you're pairing her with, even crazier. 30% is a lot. Alright, dodgers have a 65% chance of not being consumed. Each dodge attack deals 35% more damage. I just wish this was on ice because Freak's dodge attack is very cool. But nonetheless, I think Samir's dodge attack is not bad alongside with Crow's dodge attack as well. And when using Volt Resonance, you can see increased Volt damage by 30%. Again, if you use Volt Resonance, this is going to like further increase the Volt Resonance even more. So Frost Weapons, when you pair it with other 2 Frost Weapons, you're going to get the Ice version. Enemies in the realm receive Frost damage 10 times, which is a lot, and they enter a state of Frostbite for 15 seconds, receiving 22% more Frost damage. And last but not least, physical. Alright, Moonlight Realm transform into physical. There's an active shield, a life shield in the realm, deal damage equal to 150% of attack plus 8 every seconds. Now you can see why she's going to be meta. Alright, so if you happen to not want to pair her with a specific Volt Resonance, Physical Resonance team, you can still use 2 other elements, alright? And she gains 15% attack for all elements while inside the realm. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. You can see there's a lot of synergy here with the Moonlight Realm, and what makes her strong is basically this particular skill. Alright, so this skill pretty much synergizes with almost every character. This makes her really future-proof because her entire concept revolves around pairing her with any other resonance character. So you have one main character that gives resonance. For example, Volt Resonance right now is Nemesis, and then you need one more Volt character, either Samir or Crow, to basically have the Volt Resonance because you need 2 characters of the same element. And then you use LIN for the third one. That's the idea here. She's going to give you a lot of flexibility, and she can be swapped around between teams as well. So pulling for her as a free-to-play makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because of her future-proofness. In case in the future you are trying to switch teams to a different team, it gives you that flexibility, so you don't have to worry about the cost of switching teams. Because if you build strictly, let's say right now you are building a Volt team, strictly a mono element team, right? You have Samir, Crow and Nemesis. It's going to be much more expensive for you to entirely switch all these 3 to a fire team, for example. Although I do advise free-to-play to start investing in more teams because of the harder content. Some of the enemies do receive certain elements, and if you can't find people to carry for you or carry you in those contents, it's going to be a hard one for sure, right? And LIN makes it really easy for free-to-play players to be able to do that, which is investing in multiple teams, because now instead of investing in 3 characters of the particular resonance that you want, either physical, Volt, fire, you just need to invest in 2, and the third one will always be LIN. Her utility is really good, and she solves a lot of issue if your team doesn't have a shield breaker. Like right now, Volt team, the biggest issue that Volt team runs into is not having a shield breaker. Alright, if you run Samir, Nemesis, and then the third one has to be something like King or Huma, you know, those are the criteria right now to be able to help you to shield break, right? But if you have LIN, once LIN comes, you're not going to have that issue anymore because she can do everything. She's just so flexible, and I see no reason for free-to-play players or anyone to not save for her. Like, I feel like she's like a must pull for almost any account. You gotta have her. Alright, you gotta have LIN. Now, a lot of people have been saying, okay, she's gonna get nerfed for sure. There's no way she's still gonna be strong. There's 2 ways that I can see her being nerfed in terms of the balancing, right? The balancing nerf stuff. Number 1 is if the developers ever decided to reduce her shatter or charge, because 11.5 for both shatter and charge is kind of insane. Alright, Huma have both shatter and charge at 10, I believe. And then number 2, another option could be just any of these ones, could be reducing the multipliers altogether. For example, this particular one, they could reduce this to 3 seconds for the flame weapons, and then increase flame damage to shielded targets by maybe 10%, for example. And then the Volt one seems really strong. They could reduce all of these values significantly if they want to. That could be a thing that they could reduce in global overall if they really want to nerf her down or try to balance her down a little bit. Because right now, she does seem like a core, really strong core character that every account needs to own. Perhaps once Vera comes, she might be the first character. I'm not sure how global is doing it. Maybe Ruby comes first, maybe LIN comes first. We'll see. But hey, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys planning to save for LIN, or you don't really care about her that much? But if you're free to play, I do think that she's gonna help you a ton. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.